Welcome to this explainer. Today, we are breaking down exactly how you can generate real, tangible income by hosting virtual events. Now, if you've been searching for a side hustle, but kind of just assumed you needed massive capital, a fancy studio, or, a million followers to even get started, you are absolutely in the right place. We're going to prove to you that you don't need any of that stuff to start building a serious income stream right now.
All right, let's just dive right in and tackle the elephant in the room, because this is the exact thing that stops most beginners dead in their tracks. The immediate assumption everyone makes is that virtual events require this Hollywood-level production team and a massive email list just to get off the ground. Honestly, it's the #1 mental roadblock when you're first starting out.
But here's the thing. That barrier to entry, it's a complete myth. You literally do not need a production crew to make this work. The data actually shows that 80% of virtual events out there are completely free to attend. And as for the paid ones, you can absolutely monetize a small, super focused group using tools that cost you exactly $0. You don't need expensive gear. You just need the right strategy.
Now take a look at this massive figure, $443. That is the average cost of a paid virtual event across the industry. Just think about that for a second. If you charge even a tiny fraction of that average price to a very small audience, your income becomes very real, very fast. Okay, let's jump into Section 1. Your zero-cost startup plan.
To totally remove any friction from your launch and completely wipe out those upfront costs, here is your beautifully simple zero-cost setup. Step 1. By using Zoom's free tier, you instantly get a venue that supports up to 40-minute meetings with up to 100 participants. And let's be real, that is more than enough space for your first paid event. Then, Step 2. You use Eventbrite to handle all of your ticketing, payments, and registrations on autopilot. Eventbrite just takes a small percentage of your paid ticket sales, but charges you literally nothing up front. So yes, your very first paid event can genuinely cost you $0 out of pocket to host.
Moving right along to Section 2, the revenue stacker, featuring 5 different income streams. You see, the smartest hosts out there, they don't just rely on a single method to make cash. They actually stack their revenue onto a single event. We're going to walk through each of these 5 distinct streams: ticket sales, sponsorships, selling recordings, affiliate commissions, and upsells, to show you exactly how a single event scales in profitability today.
Let's kick things off with Stream 1, core income via ticket sales.
Obviously, selling access through platforms like Eventbrite or Zoom is your baseline stream, but I want you to notice the massive pricing disparity between different niches here. A general personal finance workshop might charge up to $100, right? But if you are teaching a highly specialized professional skills masterclass, you can confidently command up to $500 a seat. The rule of thumb is, the more specialized the skill you teach, the higher the premium you can command.
Next up is Stream 2, the underused power of sponsorships.
Now, beginners usually think, oh, I need thousands of attendees to get a sponsor. You really don't. To put the sheer scale of this missed opportunity into perspective, $97.4 billion was invested in global sponsorships in 2023 alone. That's billion with a B. It is hands down the absolute most underused revenue stream for independent hosts.
Just look at that 12% slice of the pie. Sponsorships make up a massive chunk of the average brand's entire marketing budget. They aren't just blindly guessing. Companies actively set aside this cash specifically to reach targeted audiences just like yours.
And this is exactly why the math works in your favor. Even a tiny, super targeted 50-person event can easily attract a relevant sponsor willing to pay you $200 to $500. Why? Because they aren't paying for massive reach. They're paying for direct, unfiltered access to your specific engaged audience.
All right, on to Stream 3, passive income from recordings.
Look, just because your live event wraps up doesn't mean the cash flow has to stop. You can easily turn a one-time effort into ongoing passive income by monetizing the replay. And you've got 2 main paths here. You can choose to host it publicly on platforms like YouTube to monetize through ads or secure sponsors for your content. Or you can go the direct route. Simply charge latecomers $15 to $30 just to get access to the recording they missed out on.
That brings us to Stream 4, subtle monetization with affiliates. This is where you naturally leverage the tools you're already talking about. Say you're teaching a design class, you can easily share an affiliate link to the specific design software you personally use, either before or during the event. By generating sales through your referrals, this really subtle method just keeps earning for you long after everyone is logged off.
And finally, Stream 5, maximizing value with upsells. Maximizing value during the live event itself is literally where most hosts leave so much money on the table. An upsell is basically offering your live attendees an exclusive resource, maybe a helpful template, or a follow-up coaching session at a discounted rate. But the catch is, it's available only to those live attendees. By offering this premium resource specifically tailored to what they're already learning from you, you drastically bump up the overall revenue you generate per person.
Okay, let's take a quick step back for our final section, finding your profitable niche.
To make all 5 of these income streams actually work together, here is the absolute most important insight for you as a beginner. You don't need to be an expert in everything. Honestly, you simply need expertise in one specific thing. Just look at these examples. College students teaching peers how to freelance, working professionals running lunchtime productivity workshops, or parents teaching other parents highly effective budgeting strategies.
The absolute most crucial takeaway here is this: the niche is the business, period. Your entire ability to charge premium ticket prices, to land those tailored $200 to $500 sponsorships, and to successfully upsell coaching or templates relies completely on serving a highly specific niche. Think about it. Being everything to everyone pays nothing, but being one specific thing to a clearly defined group, that pays extremely well.
So as we wrap up this explainer, I want you to take a hard look at your own background and ask yourself a really important question. What specific skill do you have that people would gladly pay to learn right now? Because the platform is free, the audience doesn't need to be huge, and your new revenue stream is literally just waiting for you to hit Start Meeting. Are you ready to capitalize on what you already know? Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and I'll catch you next time.